All right, here we go. We are in the very last week of my taper before the race on April 25th, the C&O Canal 100. And today I'm just going to be showing you some of the things I'm prepping for, the things I'm thinking about, just kind of walk you through preparing for a 100-miler or an ultramarathon in general. 12 plus years of doing this. I've simplified it a lot more in my brain to make it less stressful. It's still going to be stressful. And again, depending on the type of race you're doing, whether it's a point-to-point, an interlupal race, it really, how remote it is, how many aid stations, all those things come into play. But this race in particular is roughly 3 laps. Well, it is 3 laps. The first lap is 38-ish miles, followed by 30-something mile laps after that. So it'll add up to 100. But I will be going through the same home start finish area at least 3 times, and that makes it a lot easier mentally. But don't be fooled. Don't be fooled. Interlupal races are tough. Knowing you have a whole nother 30 miles and a whole nother 30 miles to go can play with the psyche. Believe me, I know I've done enough ultra interlupal races, and they can be tough. So let's go ahead and get into it. First and foremost, the most important thing to me, what's touching the ground? So shoes. I have rotated 3 pairs. I don't know if I can pick them all up here. 3 pairs of Mizuno Wave Sky 9s. These have been my training shoe for the entire time. The first 2 pairs, and I've numbered them. So if you ever see me and I got numbers on the back of my shoes, I number the ones I rotate so I know which ones they are. Mizuno sends me these to test. They're very supportive of me, and they have been for the last decade, so thank you to Mizuno. I have put over 400 miles on each of the 2 pairs in training. They've held up pretty good. Still have mileage in them. I still rotate into them just to take some of the load off of the newer shoe if I'm doing some shorter runs, but long runs I always try to make sure I'm in a fresh pair, so, well, at least as I'm breaking them in. These have probably less than 10 miles, maybe 10 or 15 miles on them. These are going to be the ones I'm wearing in the race. The C&O Canal is a rail to trail. I don't think you really need trail shoes. I do have my Hoka shoes, my trail shoes ready to go. I will bring them in case I want to change them. The C&O Canal is kind of a crushed gravel, so I will be wearing those shoes with gaiters. Gonna wear gaiters to keep the little pebbles. I've run on the C&O Canal path many times in the JFK 50. The little pebbles get in your shoes. Super frustrating. You don't want that. Next, lighting. Nighttime, gonna need light. I've switched over to a waist lamp, this Ultra Aspire. This is fantastic. Great battery in the back. Can also be used to charge things if you need to. If you could plug in USB Type-C into this, if you need to charge something, if that were to become necessary. But this thing is fantastic. Fits right around the waist. If I could figure it out. There we go. Just pops on right here. Well, you can't really see it, huh? I'm going to stand up here without knocking myself out. Just pops on there. You can direct it. It's got a couple different levels of brightness and the red on it so that you don't blind people. Fantastic thing. I don't like having the headlamp really too much. Kind of bothers me sometimes, and I forget about it, and I go to do something, take my hat off, and which I do a lot. I'm always wearing a hat. Got the 100-mile stash going right now. Sorry for those of you who aren't used to me having a plain face, no beard, but then I got the stash that my wife says I look weird because she's not used to it. Anyway, light, shoes, super important, socks. I'm going to be running with my own designed Motivation Theory Run Long socks. Bringing those along. 3 extra pair to change into. Could be rainy. The weather's supposed to be between like 50 and maybe high 60s. Looking forward to that overcast. That will be a perfect day. Fueling. Fueling is super important. We all know that. And I am working again, once with Precision Fuel Gel. They've sent me mini packs of what I train with. Precision Gel, 30 grams of carbs in each one of those. I also got some of the 30 with some 100 milligrams of caffeine for, I try to save those. I try to ease up on the caffeine in the races until I really, really need it. And these chewables, these things are fantastic. I love these things as another way to take in some carbs. Fueling, I'm going to be trying to take in anywhere from 60 to 90 carbs an hour. Going to be pushing it more than what I train with. I know I should train more with that, but I can't just, even though they send these to me, I try to make them last for races. I use a little bit more minimal fueling when I'm training just because not always smart. Okay, so I have tons, I've got a whole box here of fuel. So I'm going to be good there. My wife bought me these. I want to also throw a shout out these Sustain Energy You Again Super Honey. These are really good. Raw honey with pink Himalayan salt. I have trained with 2 of these in a long run. Really, really good. And I'll probably use those if it's hot during the day or maybe the next morning. Precision Hydration Electrolyte tabs. I'm going to be using these also. So that's going to be my fueling strategy. I'm going to be using a predominantly gel type fuel the beginning of the race, probably the first 50K, and then I'm going to switch into more real food, supplementing with the gels. I got to have real food. I need more calories. I'm definitely going to be burning more, but I am 25 pounds down. Look at that. From pretty much every ultra I've run for the last 5 years. I've been doing this a long time. When I had a break between, after the first 5 years of ultras, I had a couple year break where I wasn't really running ultras that much, and I did put on some weight, and I've now dropped it. It's so much easier, so much easier. And I've been training on this Nordic Track X24. This has been the predominant training vessel for me for the last couple months. I've been able to stay consistent, been crushing it on this. Love it. Lube. Let's move on to some other stuff. Lube. I do bring rubber gloves. It just helps. I don't want Vaseline and lube on my fingers while it's just gross. And if you're doing that, I don't know what to tell you. Butt napkins in case you have an emergency, you need to clean things up. Obviously, I bring the Vaseline and the Squirrel's nut butter. I use it all, depending on which one. Taking a bag, I usually will scoop some Vaseline in a bag with the glove inside another bag, so it's all in, not touching, if that makes sense. That way, if I'm on the path and I need to hop in a Porta-John or something and re-lube, I can put the glove on and then go within that Ziploc bag to an internal Ziploc bag with the lube in it. It's the way you keep things organized. Makes it lighter. It's good to go. Gloves. It's going to be a little chilly probably at night. I might get hot, but I will have some lightweight gloves, multiple pairs of those to keep my hands warm if they start to cool off in the evening. Just purchased these Ridge Wallet battery backup. Snaps to the back of my phone. Has a way to connect everything. You know, I am a YouTuber, so I do film. If I needed to charge something, I probably won't. But this is always nice to have at an aid station, at my main base aid station, to make sure if I need to charge something, I can. Or if a pacer needs to charge something, it makes things much, much easier. They had a sale for 3. I bought 3. Really, really cool. Now let's start talking about the shells, the things we're going to be putting on our body. First and foremost, Motivation Theory running hat. I don't even think these are available anymore. I think I took them off the site. My training plans and my coaching stuff is all on my motivationtheoryrunning.com. I probably will be making these available again one day. Got to make enough money doing it to sustain paying for the site. It's very cool. I like it. This hat, air conditioning like this, warm like that. That's how it works. So let's go ahead and go through this right here. I have a nice lightweight Path Projects they sent me a couple years ago. Outer shell. This thing is fantastic. If you want a really lightweight, durable, warm, lightweight, with super lightweight shell, waterproof, Path Projects has this. I don't know the specific model of what it is, but it is a Path Project shell. Oh, my light went off back there. Moving on, I have this raincoat, which has saved me if it gets a little crazy. This is one I got at REI off the shelf. I think it was roughly $70. It's quite durable, works really well. Now, I also got this at, I don't remember where I got this. I think this might have been REI, but it's a bag, waterproof bag. You can put things in. If you need it as a drop bag, I use it mostly to put my dirty, wet clothes after ultras and put it in so I can bring it home so it doesn't stink everything up. Just roll it up, it snaps together. But many, many uses that for this type of thing in an ultra marathon. Soft flasks that are long enough when they're in my vest. Now I'm probably going to be using, I'm losing stuff. My Usway vest, it's in the garage right now, hanging, drying out. But I'm going to be using that vest, and it just makes it easy. Bought the longer stems here. Works really, really well. Drop bag. Athletic Equation here in Virginia. Puts on lots of races. Has given these out for races. So I'm going to be putting fuel, extra fuel in these at one further away aid station, obviously. That will help me not have to carry so much. Now, various other things for electrolytes. Electrolytes through liquid, through pills, some more carbs through other brands and things I will have set aside, because you never know what you might need. You never know what you need to switch up to make sure that it works for the race. Other than that, what I'm going to be doing in this race really is pushing hard. This is going to be a race that I'm going to race. Typically with 100 milers, I'm just out there to survive. This is the best training block I've had probably ever for a 100 miler. Super high confidence going into it to push, going into really see and prove to myself my training plans, and to benefit from the fitness that I've developed over the last several months, and the weight loss, and to show you that even at 50, you can still go out there and crush things. I'm going to have all this on my mind. I'm going to really try to enjoy myself. I am going to have pacers in this, starting at mile 60 and then on in. I am very excited about that, because it's not just going to be companionship. I need their expertise and their minds to help me be mentally tough and to help me keep on the plan that I'm setting for myself, because I know me. I will get to a point where I'm just like, it's cool. I don't need to push that hard. It's fine. It's good enough. This is way more than I expected. My mind will start to make excuses, and I need to be tough. I need to be mentally resilient, and need to be able to push when things get hard. Those are the basics of what I'm looking at. I'm going to be packing them in this container. Empty this one out, and it's going to sit at the start finish, and I'm going to just be able to get things if I need. Going to take care of my feet early before things become problems. I'm going to keep things lubed. I'm going to fuel from the very beginning, even before the race. I'm going to hydrate, and I'm going to push pace. I'm really going to push pace. Ultimately, at the end of the day, I'm going to try to run more than I typically do. And I'm going to be doing that by using my Garmin Enduro 3 watch, setting reminder. I really haven't figured out what pace I'm going to be trying to push for, or the ratio. So like 3.5 minutes to 1 minute walking. I might make it 9 minutes, 1 minute walking for half the race. I got to figure that out, how I'm going to feel that day, and to make sure that I have enough energy to push hard at mile 70 when things start crashing down, nightfall, and you got to push through the night. I want to be able to push through the night. That's all I got for you right now. Probably more updates before the race, but I will be filming this race. I appreciate all the well wishes. I appreciate all of you who've been following along this training block, and I look forward to crushing this. And thank you all. I will see you in the next video. Take care.